Late for an important date with Dr. Stephen Strange. I was playing Pokemon. I won 2 of 3 games. We need to open those later. Doctor Strange number 2, Dream Evil. So we start off the morning after Agamemnon's murder. If you didn't catch issue 1, Clea, Strange, and Stephen, they confront Agamemnon. They say some words. Clea sneaks back into his purple realm of darkness or whatever and assassinates him. This is the next morning, and we have the Moon Nizite. Rizite? Here's the parents of some child. Moon Knight is asking for help with said child. She won't wake up. She's been asleep, and he can't help her. If he helps her and dives into her mind, she will also dive into his and get lost in his many different what is it called? Personalities or whatever? Yeah, so also to be noted, you are not my favorite person, right? I know that Steven doesn't like Moon Knight, so they have like a disdain for one another, but Clea likes Moon Knight and Steven likes Clea, so we'll do what she says, he says, they say. We need a surgeon. Because his brain is like shrapnel and your brain is like a scalpel. All right, so we'll help you. We'll dive into this child's mind. Run along, kind sir. This is the only time I like Moon Knight, is in other people's, other people's comics. I don't want to dive into his mind. So they dive into her dream world, and it's actually a realm of nightmares. And we see them tiptoeing through the tulips of nightmares. And she is so bold and so brave. I mean, she's like a Stephen Strange without a conscience. You know what I mean? She yells out to Nightmare. And Nightmare appears and captures her. Not captures, but like takes her. And this is something right here. Where does she say it? Oh, so you lie to yourself like you lie to him. So something to be noted, because Clea is going to ponder that. And Steven is confronted by another nightmarish creature, and they use their magic to quell said creatures. Oh, actually, they do a swippy swap, right? And Stephen Strange calls out and says, "Hey, swippy swap, you need to fight my creature that was getting me, and I will fight yours, because they're actually created and made to torment us individually. If we just ignore them and fight, then they turn back into this." I can't remember what it was called. A photogasmum. Oh, here it is. Phobivores. Whatever it is. And look, this is going to be so good. Scarlet Witch annual, though? Like, why don't we just continue Scarlet Witch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Why does it have to be like an annual? I don't understand. What is this word? Vashtanti. By the Vashanti. And we find the actual man who goes by the name Nightmare. And he is wounded. And through this dialogue, he's like, "Strange, I did what you said. I did what you said. Please let go. Stop tormenting me." And Doctor Strange is like, "What?" He's got to be bluffing. This is an absolute farce. This can't be real, because he never told him to do anything. What do we have to do? We have to dive deeper into this child's nightmarish state. So that's what they do. And what do they find? They find this guardian armor of the child's soul, which is actually not just armor, but an imprisonment of the soul. So it's like imprisoning and armoring the soul at once. The armor, the soul is not just protected by it, is imprisoned. All right, well spotted, my love. So they fight it. And Stephen Strange says, "Well, I'm going to need the utmost concentration to fight it." And Clea says, "Well, we can't destroy it because it's actually the child's soul inside." So she's like in limbo between fighting the creature thing and not destroying its body and keeping it at a pace where it doesn't actually distract Steven from his magical touch. And so he strikes. Crack-a-boom! It looks like this is shattering and the spirit is freed. That's what I get. And it looks like Stephen Strange is out of his astral self too, because that's him, that's his cape, and then he's there too. So he astral projected. And boom, what do we have? The kid is awake. Thanks for your service, Doctor Strange. Oh, Moon Knight, you did nothing except for call us. Oh, right. And she says, I received a glimpse of something. What? The network of constellations of burning souls linked together in an arcane bond. So there's going to be like more problems in that nightmare. But it's not the kid's nightmare anymore. It's all these people that are linked together in said nightmare are bound. So it's going to be like a bigger threat. I don't know if that was just to get their attention. And so a new problem, a new enemy, let them come. Let them all come. But she is distracted by that faux Beauvoir, what she said. So you can lie to yourself as you'd lie to Steven? So it's kind of haunting Clea a little bit. Why? Why do you say? Because Steven gets a priority transmission. I wonder who could it be? Dr. Schlong? No, it's Wong. Wong calls, and there's a killing, one of great import. I thought it would say importance. And Clea, she loses her breath for a minute. Who is it? Agamom, warlord of the purple dimension, has been assassinated in his palace. And it was Clea, she's the one. No, he doesn't say that, but she feels her heart detonates a bomb inside of her, whatever. And in that moment, her fears return. A day with Dormammu. So that was issue 2. I guess that child was a way to introduce Dormammu into the picture because he's definitely in control of that. And also the whole nightmare part right here. So Nightmare was convinced that Steven did this, so he's made that enemy. Also, Clea killed Agamom, so there's going to be those enemies. And also all of the spirits from the nightmare dream state that probably Dormammu's under doing stuff. That's also going to be the enemy. So it's like, man, how many enemies are going to be the enemy? And then, on top of that, Clea is keeping the secret that she killed Agamom from Steven. So they're going to be, crossed with each other. Find out what happens on the... Actually, I'm just going to... One hand on you. I can't do it. Please, Daddy. Please don't do it. Not like this. Daddy, please. Give me a nest ball, please. Oh my gosh. What a trash pack. Can we do one more, please? I mean, Pokemon is the second part of my life. Right before gaming. Comics, gaming, Pokemon. Nest ball, please. Penny? Nest ball? Eek! Oh, trash. I mean, this is a pretty decent card that's going in a lot of decks. Anyways, you'll have a nice evening. Sorry it's so late. Like I said, we're playing Pokemon tonight, so